This is a general reading for Scorpio for December 8th through the 14th. So Scorpio is your sun or moon rising or Venus. This is a general reading for you, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Now, I'm again offering that complimentary reading, selecting one person who either subscribes or puts in a comment in the month of December. It costs nothing to subscribe, and it helps build the channel. And it also, if you hit the notification, you would be notified when the videos come out, and you'll be entered for a possibility of getting that complimentary reading. I do read all of your comments, and I so appreciate the support of the channel, and I do consider your suggestions. If you are interested in your own personal reading, it is $30 for 30 minutes or $50 for an hour. And that is live or video. And all you have to do is send me an email. So maybe you want to know what's going to be going on in 2025, next year. Or you have that hard to shop for person and you're wondering what to get them for the holidays gift. So this would be a perfect time, a gift. So consider getting them their own personal reading. I'm going to be using the Morgan Greer deck today. I have my fur babies helping me, my team. Nina's here. Oh, she's sound asleep on the table here. She was getting cold, so I have this wonderful wool scarf that I wrapped her in, and she is just snuggled in there and looking so comfy, because usually she likes to be on my lap, and I'm her human hot water bottle. Jason's down the hall here. Milo's on the bed, on Hope's bed. He's decided that blanket's pretty good, and I hear Hope out in the kitchen because he's hitting the food dishes because he can't see. But he is responding very positively to his eye drops, and I think that he's feeling better. I think it's very soothing for him, and so he's just feeling much better now. So there's my team. If you want to support the channel, please consider the subscriptions, comments, or if you like the video, hit the like. So that helps build the channel. Now, if you think you're a subscriber, look at the video you're watching and does it say subscriber? Because sometimes YouTube does unsubscribe people. I don't know why, but all you have to do is subscribe again. Now, I'm using the Morgan Greer deck, and let's see, Scorpio, what we have coming up for you this week. And the first card we have is the Nine of Swords. This is showing up a lot in the readings this week, with crossed over by the Seven of Swords. So this is what's going on with you. You know what the situation is. You've been addressing it, and it's still either working through what that situation is, or having to face some adjustments, or addressing some issues related to that, because it's still in process. It isn't totally resolved. Could be leaving a work environment. It could be leaving a domestic situation. We'll get more in depth about it, but you're still involved in dealing with the aftermath of that situation. At the base of it is the Ace of Swords, information coming to you. Behind you was the Three of Cups. What's on your mind is the Wheel of Fortune. Ahead of you is the Hierophant. Then we have the Ten of Wands. This is your feelings surrounding you. Eight of Wands. Things start moving. Page, or the Knight of Cups. And the final outcome is your wish card. Now let's see what happens with your wish card. Work. So something about work. Either you're going to get a job if you don't have a job, or there's something good about going to work that you're going to be compensated for it. It's good things about work. Knight of Cups, Knight of Rods. Eight of Rods, King of Rods. I would say that if you don't have a job, you're going to get a job, and it's going to be with the King of Rods. 10 of Rods, the Magician. So it's the end. The Ten of Wands is actually usually the end of a cycle, that you can see the end of a journey. It's just about the end. You can see the light along the road, and you see where the destination is. The Hierophant with the Ten of Swords. So this doesn't look so cheerful because this is coming right up with the Hierophant. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Judgment card. It's trusting in the universe about what you want to manifest. That's what's on your mind. Three of Cups behind you with the Sun. Very sunny. Happy celebration to get together. Could have been during Thanksgiving too. Someone, maybe you had a very good get together with family. Ace of Swords with the home. The Four of Wands. Then we have the Fool, new beginning, that goes with your Ten of Wands, crossed over by the Emperor. Now you have the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands, so it's definitely the end of the cycle. New opportunities coming, I would say, with the Eight of Pentacles, a new job. So that's good, but you're still dealing with something. I don't know if it's home or work, and you're still dealing with it. You got the Ten of Swords. So let's see what's going on with you here, Scorpio. There are things going on. For the first thing is the Ten of Swords crossed over by the Seven of Swords. So the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Swords is a situation which was very unfair, restrictive. As a result of that, you felt like you can't really move forward. There was some decisions made that were very unfair, that you thought that, and I think it could have been related to work, or it can be related to home, and crossed over by it is the Seven of Swords. So it was a situation that you're very aware of. And because the Seven of Swords, you're moving away from it. I don't see the Five of Swords. I think you've dealt with the Five of Swords, a very unfair situation that could have had a lot of betrayal, a lot of backstabbing, and you have a lot of feelings about it, dealing with the aftermath of it, whatever was involved in that situation, that you still have things to deal with. If it was a job, you're having to look for another job. If it was a relationship, then you have to look at division of the assets, dealing with the emotions related to it, and moving forward. It could be even having to find another place to live. It could be separation of assets. It could be financial plans, understanding and support. The Seven of Swords represents you moving forward, having, the Five of Swords, you've dealt with it. You were aware of the backstabbing. You were aware of the unfair situation, the sabotaging. You're moving forward with the Seven of Swords, that you're taking along the skills that you acquired, the knowledge that you acquired, moving forward, related to this unfair situation of the Nine of Swords. So it's moving forward, deciding, I'm out of here. I know that I have to deal with it, and I'm now going to build. What I see is there's also sometimes the wisdom of the oracle, building the foundation. And I see you building the foundation for the next steps. You're like, I'm out of here, I'm moving forward, and then it's putting together the foundation for the new chapter in your life, whatever that is. Whether it's looking for jobs, or new home, or separation of property, financial understandings, whatever it is, you're building the foundation. And I see the blocks, cement blocks, that you're putting it down, and with that, then you're able to build up from that. Then we also have here the Fool card, new beginnings related to the Emperor. Now the Emperor, this could be a couple of different things. It could be, the Emperor is someone who is an official who makes a decision. So it could be related to legal things related to property. It can be a government entity. So maybe you could be applying for benefits. You could be looking at your own business and you need to get licensing. You could have been applying for a government job, because there's the Fool card. It's a new beginning. The Emperor could be someone making a decision, or it can represent a government entity where they're making a decision. Like for example, the domestic court and property. Or if you have any sort of dealings with the government and they're making a decision. It is the full card, the new chapter. Because at the base of it is your home, and the Ace of Swords is indication of information that you have related to that. So if, and it's happy, it's the Four of Wands. So for example, if you are looking at division of property and financial settlements, the Ace of Swords is getting clarity of the true picture of the situation so that you can make informed decisions. Or maybe you're thinking about moving and you get clear information. It's information and clarity related to the Four of Wands, which can be happy home, it can be a conclusion and celebration. So it's a new chapter. Even though you've had those swords, it's a new chapter moving forward, because you did have some celebrations and you had the sun. So this could have been for someone that had to get together like during Thanksgiving. And it was very good. Here's an understanding between two people. It could also be a meeting between people. There it is, the Three of Cups, and it's very sunny. Prosperity. Could be division, and it could be celebration. It can be even an inheritance. I get that for someone it can be an inheritance, and you're very amicable about it. You all agree about it, and this is behind you. That could be for someone that's very specific, and it would be only for one person. But that's behind you, because what's on your mind is the Wheel of Fortune going forward and the Judgment. This is what you want to manifest. You're trusting in the universe. There could be some delays, that there's some delays coming forward, but the Wheel of Fortune is trusting in the universe to manifest what you want. Because coming ahead, then we have your Ten of Swords with your Hierophant, which can also represent government. Now, you still have some unfair things coming, stabbed in the back. So for some of you, you have some legal thing coming up. Maybe you're dealing with a government entity, maybe dealing with a court system, maybe dealing with the justice system. And there's the Ten of Swords. This is a new situation. It's not behind you. It's coming right up. Could be the residual from that situation, which was the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Swords. But if it is, you're still dealing with it. Could be unfair decisions regarding property, regarding settlements, regarding financial support. If you had any government, if you were applying for or waiting for decisions relating to lawsuits or settlements or something like that, it could be that the outcomes are very restrictive and not as you want them to appear, because it's the Ten of Swords. Could be that someone either delayed or didn't tell the truth or the whole truth about the situation, and they operated on that information in making a decision, but they didn't have all the facts. The other party was not forthcoming or shown everything. But that's, and to be forewarned is to be forearmed. So this is a warning for you. Then what's around you is the Ten of Wands, the responsibilities, almost over with this chapter, and then what do you want to manifest. So it's moving forward and looking at what you want to manifest in the future, because looking there's all of the four suits. You have the Pentacles, the Wands, the Swords, and the Cups. And what do you want? You can choose all. It's unlimited, because there is the infinity crowning you. Then you have the King of Wands and the acceleration, victory. Could be a job, it could be a mentor, it could be a person coming to help you. But things start moving forward. I think, here's your Eight of Wands, and you have the Eight of Pentacles. So I think if you don't have a job, you're going to get a job offer. If you do have a job, it's going to be in your favor. Things are going to start really working for you. Could be a promotion, it could be a raise, it could be a bonus, because you've got the 2 8s and the Knight of Rods. Could be a new job, it could be a boss. Because around you here, you have the moving forward, the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Rods. It could be thinking about moving physically, for example, or it could be someone offering you a cup of love. So it could be a relationship. I think the Knight of Rods is moving forward. It could be moving forward to that job, and then the final outcome is your wish, and the 8 of Pentacles work. So for some of you that are looking for or have a job or looking for a job, it's going to be in your favor. It's your wish, and it's going to happen, and it's very good. Very good. Others of you, you're still dealing with some financial situation. It could be, either work or breakup of home, and there could be some unfair decisions based on misinformation or information that is withheld. So be prepared. This is Mercury retrograde this week until the 15th. So know that it has to do with contracts, communications. Read the fine print before you sign anything. And it's also related to electronics. Okay. Now, Spirit has asked me to, express that as you're traveling during the holidays, please be careful, take care of yourself, because there's lots of inclement weather, and you might be traveling to join family members or friends, and could be on the road. So the weather is getting bad. We have the earthquake off of California, which they did a tsunami warning. Fortunately, it didn't appear, but we have the snowfall deep in the Northeast, and we have the all sorts of things with the planet warming. So be prepared. Have your food, the canned goods at home. Have a can opener that isn't electric. If you have pets, have some extra food for them. Have jugs of water. Spirit is saying be prepared for, if you can't get to the store for a couple of days. Also, as you travel to join family and friends during the holidays, during the month of December, many different paths of faith and expressions of that are in December. It can be that they celebrate differently. It can be that they call their God different names, Yahweh, Muhammad, Jesus, Buddha, however they express it, and that the common ground for all of those is love. If you look at all of them, even if they call it differently or and it doesn't have to be formal religion either. It can be what you call spirit or source. It can be nature for you, whatever that is expression, which is really love, because they do emotions are fear and love. And Spirit is saying that during this time, if you have anything that has a broken relationship, that the bridge has been broken, that this would be the time to maybe reach out to them, not to be right or not to have anybody right, but to forgive yourself, forgive them, and start working on the bridge, expressing love, universal love. And it's going to take time, but it will heal. And that's the point of it, healing those broken relationships over time. This is something that Spirit's asked me to share with all the 12 signs for this week. Now I'm going to be pulling the wisdom of the oracle. And angels and archangels and spirit guides. What do we have here? Little Milo, he likes to lay right by me, and then he has the dog bed. And this morning, because it was cold, I put him on my lap and put him under the blanket, and he just loved just that quality time. In Vegas, we used to read the paper. I had a nice little patio set with a little couch, and I'd have my book and a cup of coffee or a paper in the morning, and he would join me there. And he always wanted to be by me. And so this morning, we just had some snuggle time, because he's 16 now. He's just, you know, and you can hear him, if you listen, you can hear him breathing. That's, you know, I spent $6,000 trying, because they said, oh, he's got a breathing problem. And then they put him in this little box to measure his oxygen, and oh, it's just, and there was nothing wrong with him. And then, you know, they just, I switched vets, because they always kept saying, oh, you need to do this test and that test. I spent over $5,000 or $6,000 on Sammy's eyes, and took him to the ophthalmologist, the doctor, the dog ophthalmologist and everything, because his tear ducts had closed. You know, Sammy, my poodle, that crossed over. And then, you know, and his tear ducts were closed, and so then he would get little sores here, because the eyes were, you know, and I'd already had surgery to clear them out once. And then they said, well, we want to test, and we think it's an immune disorder. And I said, I am not doing that. I'm not going to be doing that. No, I'm not going to be doing that. And I just, I was thinking about Sammy today as I passed the dog cookies, because I would have to clean his little face, and then he would get a little dog cookie for being such a good boy, as I was cleaning his little face and putting medicine on his face. But I'm like, no, I'm not going to be checking for an immune disorder, because I had spent all that other money with the ophthalmologist and the surgeries, and it's like, oh no, I'm not going to be doing that. Now, what do we have here for Scorpio? Angels and archangels and spirit guides. What are the cards that we have for our Scorpio here? And the first card we have is Loyal Heart. This is the people around you that have you. You know, they're your support. They have your best interests at heart. Then we have Between Worlds. You know, we're in the physical world and the spiritual world, and we can be at both. So it's important to have that balance and listen to the spiritual world, and also, you know, our spirit guides can work messages through the physical world also. And fork in the road. You have to decide which direction you're going to go, because you have a new path coming. What are you going to want? It's up to you which fork in the road, because you have the Fool card, for example. So, what path do you want for the next chapter? Now we're going to pull the Oracle, the I Ching card. And angels and archangels and spirit guides. What is the card for our Scorpio here? And the card we have is Determination, number 43, which is a 7, which is the spiritual. 43, Determination. Some resolution is pointing to a breakthrough, but decisive action will be necessary. If you diligently hold your ground, warding off negative tendencies or bad influences, goodness will indeed prevail. The persistent, and remember, you have all those swords. You have all those swords. The persistence of negativity is a factor in human affairs. Just when you think an undesirable element has been uprooted, it or another will pop up again, sprouting through some crack in the pavement of decent society. And those elements need not take extravagant forms, such as those exhibited in violent conflict. Garden variety lies and deceit are more common and persistent, but should also be rooted out diligently. Be resolute against the forces of negativity, whether in your social or professional life, or in your own soul, but certain rules must be followed for your efforts to succeed. The first rule, do not compromise with corruption. Misdeeds and shameful actions must be identified for what they are and quickly discredited. The second, you cannot successfully resist or defeat negativity on its own terms. Positive alternatives which lead away from the nature of the problem are more appropriate than trying to counter corruption with raw power. That would be with your Ten of Swords, and it could be the legal with the government. The third, the means used to counter negativity needs to be consistent with the result you want to achieve. You cannot stop spreading of lies by spreading more of them. By adding to the positive elements in a situation, you automatically diminish the bad. This is the only way to tip the scales and effectively neutralize negativity over time. The reminder is for you to maintain a consistent level of self-awareness while sharing your advantages and virtue with others. So this is how you had the warning in the cards, and this is how you address that with positive, not negative. Okay. Now we have our Louise Hay affirmation card. And if you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And if you want a reading, just send me an email. That's all you need to do. And this is for Scorpio. What card do we have for them for this week? Right here. I see my parents as tiny children who need love. I have compassion for my parents' childhoods. I now know that I choose them because they were perfect for what I had to learn. I forgive them and set them free, and I set myself free. Let's pull another card here. It's down in here. I now create a wonderful new job. Well, look at that. I am totally open and receptive to a wonderful new position, using my creative talents and abilities, working for and with people I love in a wonderful location, and earning good money. You know, it showed that new job, the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. So there's your new job. Okay, now we're going to pull your meditation card. So thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I really appreciate all of you. And the card that we have here. Right here. Singularity. You are your own sun, moon, and stars. There you go. That's your meditation card for this week. Thank you so much, Scorpio. And until next time, Nina and I are sending you light and love from Portugal.